Hey, I'm about to go to a gem show and I am taking you with me because today I want to share with you some tips and advice on attending gem shows and buying gemstones in person. There are definitely certain things worth remembering to make the whole process smoother and better and to get the most out of the gem show. And I've also written down some tips for you worth remembering before the show, during the show, and after the show, and I hope they will be as useful for you as they were for me. So let's go. Things to remember before the show. Make a list. Note what stones you need and for what designs and projects. Sizes, pairs, unusual specimens, cabochons, and other cuts. Plan your budget. Decide how much you want to or can spend to avoid overspending and getting things you didn't want. Make sure to bring cash and card because not every seller accepts some of the payment options. Research vendors. Check the list of sellers and mark those you want to visit. Check their spot prior to arriving to save time and energy, just so you know exactly where they are. Now, what things are worth bringing with you? Small flashlight or phone light for checking clarity and color of the stones. A loupe so you can examine the stone, check if there are any cracks, damages, anything that you would miss normally, during the gem show when you are not as focused as you are at home. Caliper or a ruler so you can check the exact size. Notebook or phone notes for keeping track of prices and vendors. Little bag for carrying purchases if the vendor doesn't provide it. Definitely a bottle of water. Sketchbook if your designs are detailed for reference. Bring a piece of metal, silver or brass, depending on what you work with, to check the stones. It's easier to imagine them in jewelry this way, especially if they are semi-transparent or completely transparent. You can also bring a silver foil if you don't want to carry sterling silver with you. Jewelry pieces for which you're sourcing gems. If the stone is missing and you want to replace it, it's best to take it with you, otherwise you won't be able to find a stone that fits perfectly. Things to remember during the show. When you get to the show, first walk the floor, look around, locate vendors. Don't crash out at the first stand. Take your time, compare prices, make sure that you know where everything is and that you are making informed purchases. Ask questions. If anything is unclear about origin, treatment, quality, grade of your stone, is it natural or synthetic, don't be afraid to ask the vendor. They should provide you with that information. Take photos and notes for your reference because it's easy to forget it. Negotiate politely. Check with the seller if the price is flexible, especially if you purchase multiple stones. A lot of sellers do allow some flexibility when it comes to the price, so it's best to check with them prior to negotiating. Another tip is natural light, if possible. Check in the natural light by the window or just away from the artificial light at the stand to see the true color of the stone. Check stones against silver sheet or foil. Stay organized. Note what you bought, from whom, for how much. Also, if you take invoices and file these purchases as business expense, make sure that it's all organized. Stay hydrated. Take a break, eat something, drink your water or tea, whatever it is. Honestly, 5 minutes won't change anything, but will make a huge difference to how you feel and, most importantly, your decision making. Network. Gather vendor information, especially if you like someone. Make sure to take their business card or a flyer or their contact, whatever it is, so that you can get in touch touch after the show and have fun. Set aside some time to browse and search for treasures that weren't planned. After all, this should be a fun and interesting experience. You know, you are shopping for stones for your jewelry, and that is part of your work, but you are also visiting gem show, so enjoy your time. Things to remember after the show. After the gem show, make sure you sort and label everything immediately. And trust me, I mean immediately. Especially if you didn't make any notes during the show. You might not remember the prices. If you paid with cash, it's even easier to forget. So, labeling is your first thing to do after getting back from a gem show. Check the contacts, all of the business cards, flyers, all the details that you gathered during the show, put them in the safe spot, follow the sellers if they have social media so that you can reach them whenever you need some gemstones. Film or photograph or both what you got. It's an interesting content and shows your customers what lovely new gems you have. And last but not least, this is something I've written down actually after the show, the thing that came to my mind. Sometimes a design may come to you during the show when you are looking at a specific stone and you didn't plan anything around that stone, but it just spoke to you. Make sure you make a note of this design or even draw it for your reference so that you don't forget, especially if you did purchase that stone. It's worth remembering. So yeah, after the show, don't wait too long for the spark to pass, because we know how it is with ideas sometimes. Make a note immediately so that you can create that design. It came to you, it made you excited. Why not work on it? I had a wonderful time at the gem show with my friends who are also jewelry makers. You can find them as well as the gemstone sellers I was able to talk to in the description box under this video. My bestie Kasia did a wonderful job helping me film this video for you. She's an amazing photographer and a great friend. I really enjoyed browsing the stones. My goal was to get some rose-cut cabochons as well as Herkimer diamonds and some strands of beads. It's a tradition now that we're always getting coffee after the show and comparing our finds and purchases, discussing our ideas and designs. I mentioned that I was able to speak to sellers at the show. They are Weronika and Wojtek, and they shared great tips with us that I mentioned in this video. So I am now visiting my friends who are selling at the gem show over here, and they actually have one of the best stones, in my opinion. I've decided to ask them some questions, and they will kindly share some tips with us. So I will be speaking in Polish, but I will translate all of that for you. Okay, let's go. Okay, so this is Weronika. I asked how she would advise buyers to assess the quality of stones when choosing them in person. I included this tip from Weronika earlier, which is to examine the stone in the natural light or away from the strong lamps at the stand to assess the true colors of the gemstones. Weronika told us that one of the stones that are much harder to source ethically right now is sugilite, due to political tensions in Africa where this gem is mined. That's why it's very expensive. The same issue is with gems mined in Russia. Other gems that are becoming more rare are charoite, petersite, and even high-quality malachite. In terms of trends in gemstones jewelers tend to choose, Weronika mentioned that it's often influenced by the seasons. For example, in autumn, people usually gravitate toward warm, brown and orange tones. There are also online trends that shape buying preferences, such as the popularity of chrysoprase and aurora opal. Ethiopian opal was a big hit for a while, and recently jasper has been in high demand, as well as Australian opal, which is considered an investment. Another tip Weronika mentioned was about negotiating. They don't tend to negotiate since all of their gems are individually priced. Their prices are very fair and not inflated just to allow negotiation, so it's best to ask the seller if they allow negotiation and not assume. And last tip, if you find that perfect stone, don't wait. Get it if you're absolutely sure you want it, otherwise it will be gone. Alright, these are all the tips that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video, found it interesting, and if you guys have any other tips, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Or maybe there were some fails that you did when attending gem shows. Maybe you would like to share that with us so we can learn from each other and not repeat those mistakes. For me, it was definitely, well, actually everything that I've listed today. Not drinking enough water, not staying hydrated, getting exhausted, not negotiating, not bringing enough cash, not marking down and making note of what I purchased, so later on I didn't remember how much something was or where I got it from. Yeah, thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!